Exotic class items are finally in the game, and there's a couple steps you have to do before you get access to the mission, so I'm going to break down all those steps and break down how to do the mission itself, because there are some interesting mechanics. The first thing you're going to have to do is hop into the Pale Heart and beat an Overflow boss in each location, which is going to be the landing, the blooming, and the impasse. After that, there's a couple minute timer before it resets. During that, there will be a Hive witch that spawns. Basically, just make sure you kill the ghost and you're good to go. It doesn't really matter what order you do it in, as long as you get all three, and I'm going to show the locations on screen.
I know the role you played in the fall of
Okay, looks like the queue just popped up. Flavor text on me.
Because you and the universe would be so much better off if I left you across the galaxy, stewing in the quagmire of ancient politics. Sure, some people died. Sure, you lost a dusty ride. But I think what you gained is worth more than everything you lost. Now prove me wrong.
Me. But we can't get in. I gotta kill all these guys and grab something. There, found it. All right. If you've done it correctly, you will see a giant yellowish green beam in the sky, which is going to lead to the refraction location where you'll have to interact. After that, you'll see two markers on the map. Essentially, just go to those two. You're going to kill some enemies, get the subjugators down to a third of a health. One's going to drop a darkness ball, one's going to drop a light ball. Essentially, you're going to have to take both of those back to that location where you're just at in the refraction and dunk them. If you do both within the time limit, it's like 6 or 7 minutes or something like that. It's plenty of time.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, he dropped something.
Right, just an arm.
Gosh, this actually feels like Destiny, like actually having hidden things. Once you dunk both, that is when the mission flag pops up. Now, note, the mission is a 2-player activity, not a 3-player activity, so you're going to need 2 people to do this. Now, the cool thing with this exotic mission is that every encounter that you complete, you actually get some bonus time added on. So if you do these quickly, you'll have a lot of time at the final encounter. Now that you're at the mission, let's talk about the mechanics. One big one is that each guardian is going to have an alignment, whether it's light aligned or dark aligned, and there's going to be light and dark place that you guys are going to have to stand on to progress at some point. So this first one, again, you just step on both plates and it unlocks the door. After that, you can literally skip all the ads up until the next door, and the person with the light plate is going to be on the right, and the person with the dark plate is going to be all the way on the left. You'll be able to see it. It's pretty easy to catch. I don't have the POV for it, but it's pretty simple. After that, go through the door and follow this path, and then you'll eventually run into a rally flag, and this is where the find balance encounter starts. Essentially, in this encounter, the light and dark person are going to have to kill a specific target. One's going to have a darkness shield over it, one's going to have the light shield over it. So for this first room, the light one is in the bottom portion of the room, the dark one's on the top portion of the room. Now, once you kill those enemies, they'll drop a mote. Make sure to pick it up because that'll actually show you what needs to be shot. So since I was the light person for this first one, I'm in the bottom. There's actually like these little pedestals, and it'll actually tell me the order of what he needs to shoot upstairs. So my POV is the order that needs to be shot, and him upstairs will actually see little beans that he can shoot with the symbols on them. So you just need to make those call outs. For the first room, it is 2 motes. So I had to make sure I killed 2 of the guys with the light shield, picked up 2 motes, gave him the call outs, and then the guy at the top actually shot both in order, and then we moved on to the next room. Alright, the first one you want to shoot is Earth.
Yeah, so the only way that mine spawns, by the way, is whenever you kill yours, so...
Oh, okay, so it's Earth, and then it's like a dude with like a hole in the center of his body.
That one, and that one.
Now this encounter has a total of 3 rooms. The only difference is that in the second room, it's going to be 3 motes, which means there's going to be 3 symbols you're going to have to call out, but the roles switch. So now the dark person is going to have to call out the order in which to shoot from left to right, and I'm the one who has to shoot the beans in the air.
Okay.
What's the first one I want?
Triangle. Tower.
Triangle tower. Okay. Okay.
And finally, worm. So
Triangle.
triangle, tower, worm.
And then in the third room, the roles switch again to where I'll see the symbols to call out, and the other guy will have to shoot the beans in the air. But in this case, there are 4 motes you're going to have to pick up, which means you're going to have to kill 4 of the specific shielded enemy to see the full order. All right. First one you're going to need is Scorn. Scorn, Witch Queen. Alright, Scorn, Witch Queen, Guardian. Scorn, Witch Queen, Guardian, Ascended Plane.
Scorn. Witch Queen. Is it one what?
Guardian, Ascended Plane.
Guardian and Ascended Plane.
After that encounter is over, it turns into a jumping puzzle, and I'm not going to yap through all this. I'm just going to show the route and speed it up a little bit so you know where to go. Now once you're here, we have the light and dark plates again, and essentially you need to step on both plates at the same time to continue progressing. Essentially stepping on both plates opens up a path to keep moving up, and I'll just show this and speed it up here. Now that you're in this room with the rally banner, this is an actual encounter you're going to have to do, and there is a tormentor you're going to have to kill, so definitely put on some precision style weapons to crack the shoulders. But essentially, to start the encounter, just step on the plates as it'll spawn, and you'll see 3 darkness structures in the room, and in the middle, there are 9 of these beans around it with lines going toward the center. Now to make this really easy, there are 9 beans, so we ordered them left to right. I'll put up the image on screen now so you know all the numbers. And as you can see from my POV, I see 5 lines going to the center, so that'd be 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now on my teammate's POV, he has 5 of them going to the center as well, but 3 of them are overlapping with mine. So let's say he has 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. That means we need to shoot 3, 5, and 6. Essentially, whoever kills the tormentor is the person who has to shoot the beans. If you do it correctly, one of the darkness structures will go away. You essentially just have to do that 3 times, and you can move on to the next encounter.
Alright, 168, yes?
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. 1, 6, 8.
There you go. Alright, 2 more seconds. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
3, 6, 7.
3, 6, 7.
All right, got it. Yeah, I'll leave the shooting to me.
1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
5, 7, 8.
How did you get that?
7, 8. There you go. There's a small jumping puzzle with some grims, but you can just completely bypass them. You don't have to worry about them. And then when you get into this room, this one's actually pretty easy. Once you kill the Weavers and all the other enemies, they'll have the light and darkness plates again. Both people step on it, and then there'll be a launcher where you two will go to different platforms. Essentially, just kill all the ads on those platforms as well, and then you will launch again and end up on the same platform. At that point, a bunch of ads and 2 tormentors are going to spawn. You basically just have to nuke them to move on to the next one, where you'll step on 2 plates, and then you'll get launched again. Once you make it through and see the rally flag, you're at the final encounter. Now, this is a mix of all of the mechanics that you've done so far with 2 subjugator bosses. Again, have both people step on the place to start the encounter, kill some of the ads, eventually a subjugator will spawn, and you can nuke a third of his health before he gets an immunity shield. At this point, just nuke all the ads as quickly as possible to have the light and darkness shielded wizard show up, and again, since I'm the light guy, I'll shoot the light wizard, the other guy will shoot the dark wizard. Once both wizards are dead, you'll see this darkness structure above the subjugator boss, and there'll be 3 of those symbols, and the order is from top down. So in this example, I can see the symbols, which means my teammate is going to have to shoot the correct ones in the air. You're going to need Traveler, Heart, like Blackguard and Heart, and Hive. Nice. If you did it correctly, you'll be able to damage the boss again. So once you nuke a third of his health down again, he'll actually go immune and basically be hidden behind a shield. At this point, you need to nuke the ads in the room, and the second boss will spawn. Again, with the second boss, it's the same as the first boss, where you nuke a third of his health, and then you have to kill the light and dark wizards again. Once you drop the wizards, the roles will get reversed, right? So that means I'm going to have to shoot the beans, my teammate's going to have to call the order from top to bottom.
Alright, you've got Pyramid, Scorn, Black Garden.
Pyramid, Scorn, Black Garden? Yeah, there we go. Again, if you do it correctly, the boss will go unimmune, and you can drop another third of his health. Once the second boss goes immune, he'll go behind a shield as well, and at this point, on the left and the right side of the room, there's going to be those beams again in a clock formation. There are exactly 12. Now, on the right side, I was light aligned. I could see the lines changing every couple seconds, and on the left side was the dark aligned, who could see his lines change every couple seconds as well. So the light guy's going to be on the right, dark guy's going to be on the left. You'll know which side you have to be on if the lines are changing every couple of seconds. If I went over to dark side and I'm light aligned, I wouldn't see the lines change at all. Now, the good thing here is that the beans are like a clock, 12 being the top bean, 6 being the bottom, and if you go counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way around. I'll post an image right here just to have for reference. Now, the difference between the first encounter and this encounter is that with this one, the lines change every couple of seconds, so the communication back and forth is going to have to be pretty quick. So for example, if I see 12, 3, 5, and 9, and my teammate's like, I have 12, we're both going to shoot 12 and wait for the next rotation. Now, every time you shoot a bean, more ads are going to spawn, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. So if you mess up and you have to start all over, there might be a couple ads you have to take out first just so you don't get distracted. They are grim, so they do like the concussive dampening stuff, so you might want to take those out before you move on to shooting beans again. 1, 2, 11.
Yeah, 11.
12, 3, 5, 9.
9.
Okay. 4, 6, 7, 11 again.
7. Area's down.
But once you get 3 correct, the shields will go down and both subjugators are going to come out. A bunch of ads are going to spawn. Essentially, all you have to do is nuke them. They're both at a third of their health. You can take them down pretty easily. After that, run to the marker in the back of the room, and again, there'll be the light and dark plates. Both of you guys are going to have to step on it, and you'll get teleported back into the boss room. At this point, it's kind of trolly to where you and your teammate can either choose to battle or choose peace. I don't believe it matters which one you pick. I don't think it determines what perks you get on the exotic class item. But if you choose, you know, prepare for battle, it's essentially PvP inside the mission. It's kind of trolly, but all you have to do is walk up to the exotic class items and pick them up, and you'll get them. I hope this guy was able to help you out in some way. To be honest, the mission is extremely fun. It's really not that hard. It's just about having good communication and understanding the symbols and the beam placements. The beam ones, once you figured out 1 through 9 for the first one and the clock for the second one, it's super easy. In any event, if you enjoyed watching, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell next to notifications so you don't miss out on any other final shape builds I'm going to be dropping here on the channel. If you didn't know, we live stream here on YouTube and then also over on Twitch. Again, there's going to be the Salvation's Edge raid. There's going to be the new activity to get the exotic class items, the co-op mode. There's going to be plenty of stuff to do. So if you want to hop in for any of that, again, hop in the chat. And then also, if you want to be proactive, join my Discord. Again, people are going to be looking to play activities together. So hop on in. We're also talking about anime, tech, and plenty of other games as well. Lastly, if you want to help support the channel even more so I can continue making this content for you guys, you can always look into becoming a member. If you don't know what a membership is, it's essentially like a Twitch subscription. Again, you're going to get access to the emotes, the monthly badges, and the big thing, which is getting early access to all of my videos. So if you want to look into becoming a member, all you have to do is press the join button next to subscribe, and that'll give you a rundown with all the details you need. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boy. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!